Etsy ads, is it for you? I don't know. I feel like you can answer that for yourself, but this is how it worked for me. This was my first 90 days using it and my results. So if you want to know how it went, let's get into it. I started my Etsy ads on November prior to December because I wanted just to double down on the Christmas time. I wanted to make sure that everybody could see my ads and that it was working well. I knew I wanted to start it. I didn't want to do more than I knew that I was willing to spend, and at that time would have at least one order maybe on average a day. I just wanted to make sure that my spend was not more than my revenue. Even to now, I still have I use a minimum spend, which is about $1 USD.
I haven't tried to experiment, but I might try to experiment a little later.
Let's see the results and how it went. I started the Etsy ads around about, I think it was the 18th of November, around about the 3rd week. So I'm just going to type in a date and try and figure out where. And I just want to make sure that it's from month to month. So I put in the 18th to the 17th of December. In that time, my views have increased 6,413, which means I had 6 orders and I had 127 clicks. And I know that's not really high, but I think that's pretty good because mine is pretty niche. Spend is in USD. Right now, the spend is $27.97. And in NZD, this is how much it is. That's $45.64. That's as of the date that I'm filming. That is how much it cost me to run the ads, but how much revenue I got from the ads. So this is not the revenue from the month, this is just the revenue for the ads. It was $67.60 USD, converted into New Zealand dollars, 110.30. That's pretty good. Kapaki. And especially, I already knew that I wanted to maximize the Christmas month, so I knew that this was the best time to put on the ad. I've never had the ads on before this, so the difference is 39.63 USD, which means I made out of that $64.66 NZD. So that's pretty okay, I think. On the ads, you can go down and you can kind of turn them on and off for the ones especially that you don't think will do well. And personally, I have not turned any of them off. I've just left them because I feel like that it's fine. You know what? I'm not too picky. It's just $1. Figure it out how you want to spend it.
But now you have been promoted.
Some products do better, especially my ones that stand out to the eye. I noticed that a lot of my profile pictures that are very like eye-catching always do well with the ads and the click-throughs. Your picture does actually matter, and make sure that you know your customer, how you see it in their home or how you see them using it, because that's the picture that should be on there. Just a tip. That was my first month and I think that was pretty good. My lowest day was of course $0, but my highest day was $17.10 USD. This is how much it is in NZD. And just so you know, during this month of December, I did turn it off for a couple of days, so the ads weren't running for a little bit. I turned it off during the Christmas time just because after Christmas, during New Year's, because I know that everybody was on holiday, everyone's done spending for a little bit. I'll just give the ads a break, and I probably will do this again up until mid-January. I did turn it back on just like the week after everybody gets back from New Zealand holiday, which is after New Year's. You can choose to do that or not, but that's just because I knew it was going to be a waste because people weren't going to really be buying around that time, and people were probably all spent out from their Christmas, let's be real. So for this period it will be kind of a bit all over the place. I had 6 orders, but this time my difference was a little bit more. So my views went up to 3,724, which is actually surprisingly lower than by half of the last month, but my difference was better. So I had a spend of $16.98, which is about $27.71 for NZD, but my revenue for the second month was $92.54, and then it converted into $151 NZD. My difference was actually higher on the second month. USD, it was $75.56, and New Zealand dollars is $123.29. That is actually a huge difference. It's actually double the difference from the previous month. So maybe I should think about turning the ads on and off, but I'm not super researchy enough to know when to turn it on and off. I just know specifically different time periods when it's, especially after Christmas, would be a best time to probably turn it off for like about a couple of weeks and then turn it back on a little bit later when everyone's got the income back. I'm going to go to the 3rd month now and we're going to see how the results fare there. So let's go. And mind you, I was traveling at this time as well, so I was out and about. I didn't really have much time to promote and do a lot of stuff, and so this month was kind of rough because I was not in the country for some of it. Let's go. This one was actually the worst month I had with ads. This actually made me consider maybe I should pull it. The views I got was substantially higher, which was 8,004. I wasn't actually adding anything new to this page, to the shop at the time. Plateaued a little bit. I had put everything I wanted on and I was just doing other things. I was kind of busy with life, so I didn't really get to add much to the shop listings. I only got 2 orders and I had 149 clicks, which is still relatively pretty good compared to my first month. My spend was $30.99 USD, which is this much in NZD. My revenue was $21.31, which is this much in NZD. So I have made a loss, and I had made, oh my gosh, it's actually really hard for me to say. I can't believe I made a loss, but not for my overall month, just for my ads. In terms of my spending was over my actual revenue I gained from that. My loss was $9.68 USD, which is $15 NZD. I had lost $15. That was my first 3 months using Etsy ads. Tell me how you think it went. And mind you, I only had planned to put on Etsy ads for the minimum spend of $1 USD a day. For the first month, it was pretty good. The second month was definitely worth it when I turned it off for some days. And then the third month, I didn't do so well and I made some losses. I also wasn't managing my store as well, so I wasn't adding any new listings. I wasn't really promoting as well on my own. Overall, the Etsy ads does help at least keep your searches up onto the Etsy page, and it helps boost and show your work out there when you normally wouldn't have. I would actually, if I were to do it all over again, I would probably turn it off for a few more times in the month, especially keeping my eye on it and seeing, hey, it's starting to drop, or I'm not getting a lot of click through, or turning off specific products that I feel like aren't doing so well, especially when it comes to promoting it. I would pick better profile pictures to make sure my products do well. I noticed that a lot of the ones with video seem to do well, so if you want to sell more digital products, maybe that will be able to help catch the viewer's eye, click through, and they would actually want that product that you're selling. If your niche is oversaturated, it would probably be a good idea to always do Etsy ads, but if your niche is not oversaturated, then it might be best not to do Etsy ads because you will already be on the front page anyway. I hope this helped. If you have any questions about Etsy ads, please put them down below. Otherwise, you can follow my TikTok, Instagram, and my other YouTube channel, which is My Beautiful Polynesian Life, where I do vlogs and try new things. You can also subscribe to this channel. I hope you have a great week, and I hope this helps you in your digital selling online journey. Have a great day.